Hi there, welcome back to STL TV Live. I'm Ivy Hartman, and Darlene Soul is joining us. She's president and CEO of Neighborhood Houses, which is really in place as an organization to help children and families be the best that they can actually be. And they do that in a number of ways. They've got an early childhood education center in South City. They've got an after-school program that operates throughout the city and in the Riverview Gardens School District. And they've got something called the Girls Night Out program. That is really geared towards young girls and women who are 13 years of age to 22 years of age.
Right.
And tell us more about that, Darlene.
That is a program we started about 5-7 years ago because there was a need for those young women to have a support group. And so we meet once a week. We have the capacity to serve about 20 children now, or young ladies now. We do it at our early childhood education center, and we do it there because we provide transportation for those young women, and they have an opportunity to bring their children. Many times these young ladies don't get to go out because they need childcare. They bring their children, they're in a child-friendly environment, and we provide care for those little ones while the moms get the support that they need.
So what's going on in those weekly meetings?
We focus on the needs of the mom. So we help them with healthy relationships. How do you relate to the baby's father? Help them with self-esteem. For the younger young ladies, we want to make sure they're interested and can stay in school. So we give them that additional support because we all know if they don't complete their education at a minimum of high school, they don't have the opportunities that they can in the future. Then we talk about career readiness, how to get a job, how to keep a job, and try to provide that extra support for them amongst themselves. If they are all sitting there together sharing concerns and successes that they have, then they will learn to rely on each other for daycare. And you know, it's unfortunate, but some of these young ladies don't trust to leave their children with other family members. And then they begin to develop a bond amongst themselves to help each other.
That is so neat. So you need, what kind of volunteer base do you need in order to make Girls Night Out happen?
We are always looking for volunteers for this program, particularly with professional women and women who may have overcome obstacles of their own to be successful in their own right. And to hear those examples and those stories really makes an impact on these young moms.
It goes back to that if you see it, you can be it.
Absolutely.
Philosophy.
Yes. It makes such a difference.
And you know, they need volunteers also to help watch those kids because they can be real young kids and they can be very energetic. So if you want more information about Neighborhood Houses and any of the programs they offer, or to be a volunteer, you can contact them at 314-383-1733 or log on to neighborhoodhouses.org. How do girls come to you for the Girls Night Out program?
We have been very fortunate in terms of young ladies coming to us. We have relationships with the high schools. We have a relationship with nurses in hospitals. We work with the children's division. And Ivy, word of mouth.
Okay.
This is a voluntary program. And so these young ladies tell others about the wonderful time they're having and what they're learning, and they bring their friends with them.
So they can refer anyone that they know who might be in need of the Girls Night Out program.
Yes.
Wonderful, and I know that you guys are expanding and constantly changing. You're really providing a valuable service.
Yes, one of the things we have determined as we have worked with these girls for a number of years is that we need to provide extra support for them. Many of these young ladies have experienced some type of trauma. Not all of these babies' fathers are age appropriate. And so we put our little toe in the pool this summer and partnered with the Deaconess Parish nurses to help the young ladies understand and experience some stress relief and how to do yoga and how to take a moment for themselves so that they can be better parents. And so those are opportunities we are looking for within the community as well to provide additional mental health services for these young ladies.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So if you're interested in the Girls Night Out program through Neighborhood Houses, You can contact them at neighborhoodhouses.org. It is all about supporting and assisting young mothers ages 13 to 22. They're looking for community partners. They're looking for volunteers also. So thank you, Darlene, for sharing with us.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
You know, Darlene came on this program not too long ago about a totally different fundraising event that was hugely successful, and we only had this amount of time to talk about all three of the programs, so I'm glad you came back so that we could elaborate a little bit more.
I'll come back again. We can talk about another.
Look forward to it. Speaking of talking about great things going on in the community, we like to keep you apprised of all that stuff. So friend us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We stream all of our programming through our website. So if you're not watching us on TV, you can certainly find us on the web at stltv.net. Stay tuned to STL TV. We'll be back with more right after this.